IVM.
If you're judging a book by its cover, then it defines you, not me. Honestly, I'm just a normal girl trying to live her life, trying to make money. And if everyone finds it courageous, then what the man? What world are we living in? I can fake it. I'm a good actor. Fame for me is when everyone in the world will know me. Right now, I don't think I'm famous enough. I don't feel like I want to walk in the room and I want all of these people to like get on me, like पागल हो जाए, just for my one झलक, मेरी एक झलक के लिए. What happens to Shah Rukh Khan?
Hello. I know you've been waiting to meet Uorfi for a while now. She walked in, she was sitting, I walked in and I said, oh, this is part of the costume and what is she trying to do? What does this mean? And then she said, yeah, I fell off the bed and sprained my neck. Now, this is a problem, right? You are your costume. How do you live with that?
Sorry, I didn't like.
Everyone is always looking at you and saying what you wear is what you're about. So, is that the truth? Or
If you're judging a book by its cover, then it defines you, not me.
Really? Okay, that's fine. So now tell us about what happened actually. Why are you wearing a neck brace today?
अरे यार गिर गई थी बेड से, मतलब I think I partied too hard and I just like got really drunk and उचक उचक के डांस कर करके and then it was paining and I उसी नशे में गिर गई बेड से और फिर ध्यान भी नहीं दिया और अभी बिल्कुल हालत ख़राब हो गई है.
Okay, but the other thing that defines this then is that she still made it here. She said, whatever happens, I'm going to come and I'm going to do this because I've made a commitment to come. And that is, I think, something that everyone recognizes about you, that you went out and you continue to go out and
अरे ऐसी काम काम है, अभी थोड़ा बहुत जो है वो भी मना कर दूंगी तो फिर कुछ भी नहीं बचेगा लाइफ में. अभी क्या करें?
Okay. But tell us now, tell us about what makes you what you are. Why are you this courageous, breaking the rules person?
I am not trying to be anything. Honestly, I'm just a normal girl trying to live her life, trying to make money. And if everyone finds it courageous, then what the fuck, man? What world are we living in? A girl just being herself, wearing whatever she wants to wear, and she's courageous. Oops.
You don't believe that. You know that you're being courageous. You're a very self-aware person. And
Arey, but for me, it's not courage. It's just me being myself.
okay, so what and who is this Uorfi Javed then? Tell us now. Tell us how you got here. Tell us how you got to the stage. Tell us how this journey led you to Mumbai to this point.
Very, very long journey. Very long journey. As in, I left my house when I was 17. I was just trying to make the ends meet, but live my life at the same time. I was in a very conservative family, so when I left my house, it was like, whoa, freedom, दारू भी पी सकते हैं, 3 बजे बाहर रह सकते हैं, chill कर सकते हैं. So it was cool, man. So I was just, पर इन सब के लिए पैसा भी चाहिए, दारू बिना पैसे के आती नहीं है, और रेंट भी देना है, तो I was just trying to make ends meet. And मैं तो जॉब के चक्कर में आई थी मुंबई, जॉब नहीं मिली, इधर उधर फिर मैं ऑडिशन देने लग गई टीवी सीरियल्स का, कि कुछ बस मैंने कहा यार कॉल सेंटर में मेरे जो मैं दिल्ली में कर रही थी उसमें जॉब थी मेरी कुछ 22 या 20 समथिंग इन हैंड आता था. यहाँ मैंने कहा टीवी सीरियल में अगर पर डे, जब मैं ऑडिशन दे रही थी उसने कहा 2,500. मैंने कहा पर डे ऐसे करके भी अगर 20 दिन भी मैं काम कर रही हूँ 60 हो जाएगा, 20 से तो बहुत बेटर है, तो और अच्छा भी लगता है ऐसे सेट वेट पे जाना. फिर बाद में रियलाइज़ हुआ इट्स नॉट दैट ईजी. So ऐसे जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई थी.
And then you sort of decided to invent or reinvent yourself as a person who also...
I never decided I'll reinvent myself. It was, as I said, a journey. धीरे धीरे जब मैं टीवी में भी काम करने जाती थी मैं बहुत अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट थी, और जितना आप लोग दुनिया के सामने अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट दिखो ना उतना दुनिया आपको और दबाती है. I just realized it. The more I was like this, the more people feel superior. ये एक है लोगों में, लोग ना superior feel करते हैं लोगों को दबा के. आप जितना लोगों को दबाओगे आप उतना और ऊपर फील करोगे. तो अपने से ऊपर को दबाने का हिम्मत नहीं होता है, अपने से नीचे के इंसान को दबाता है. तभी हमारी सोसाइटी एक पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी है, क्योंकि आदमी औरत को दबा सकता है, औरतें नहीं दबा पाती हैं. तो इसी वजह से टीवी सीरियल में मैं स्टार नहीं थी. लोग बहुत मिसट्रीट करते थे. मिसट्रीट एज एन अच्छा ट्रीट नहीं करते थे. तो बस उसी मतलब धीरे धीरे फिर मैं भी बोलती गई कॉन्फिडेंस आता गया. दैट्स हाउ आई डेवलप्ड confidence somewhere and rest I fake it.
Okay, so tell us about the faking. What is the faking that you are so good at?
Like literally I'm shitting my pants right now, but I'm acting like I'm cool, man. Like you'll never know. You'll never know. Like I have this crowd anxiety. Like when you put me in the center of the stage, like it gets like, but I'm like, yeah, I'm faking it, man. What's up, girl? Like that. So I can fake it. I'm a good actor.
So, but is acting something that you really want to pursue as a career? Because
अरे
you talked about your career. बात कर रहे थे
अभी
पहले.
कहाँ कोई ऑफर दे रहा है यार.
क्यों नहीं? Why not?
अब वो तो प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर को पूछो जाके.
You must have a sort of reason, right? That you think.
They think that maybe I'm just मेरी image खराब है, something like that. So they don't want to work with me because they're very image conscious. अगर देखा जाए तो एक तरह से numbers मेरे पास हैं. I get more views on my post than any of the mainstream actresses or the actresses they are casting. But they're still casting them because a lot of brands are also very image conscious. They want कि भाई चाहिए. Image वाला scene है भाई यहाँ पे.
But you have been doing precisely that, no? You're working on your image. And
I
the
don't
image
give a
is you.
fuck about my image.
But that's what you built. That's what you
That is
built over
no.
the years.
I am trying to be famous.
Right.
I'm not working on my image. Image is something that other people perceive of me, and I am done trying to make people understand that I'm a good person or I'm this, I'm that. I don't give a fuck anymore. जो सोचना है सोचो, बस व्यू देख के चले जाओ मेरी रील यार. एक व्यू डाल देना, बात खत्म.
So Uorfi said something to me earlier when we were talking, which was, I mean, she said a lot of startling things, which she's not saying just yet. But,
धीरे-धीरे.
but one of the things she said was that, listen, I have just one goal in life, which is to be famous.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get her to tell me, what does this fame mean to her? What is being famous all about? And she said, well, tell us.
Fame for me is when everyone in the world will know me. Right now, I don't think I'm famous enough. I don't feel like I want to walk in the room and I want all of these people to like get on me. Like पागल हो जाए, you know, just for my one झलक, मेरी एक झलक के लिए. What happens to Shah Rukh Khan? I want that level of fame. Anything below that is like blah.
I think this is a very hard thing to understand for most people, but you've clearly sort of figured out that this is what you want to do. The other thing you want to do is to own a jet plane.
I want a lot of money. अब जो 500 करोड़ पड़ा है पास में तो खरीद लेंगे 100 करोड़ का jet. It's like that.
And money matters to you so much.
A lot.
Why?
Why? I mean, यार पैसा तो सबके लिए ही मैटर करता है. But for a very long period of time, I didn't have money. I was not financially independent. Honestly, I was asking other guys for money. So that made me feel very low, but I had no other option. I was using my beauty to like ask guys, like, listen, I'm pretty, you want to hang out with me? Just like give me 30,000 or whatever. So I felt bad, but then what other option I had? Job bhi nahi mil rahi thi. So now I just want to be financially independent, that तू ले पैसे मेरे से. That ways.
Okay, so the other thing that you talked about was not wanting men in your life particularly.
Wanting men as in, मैंने बताया ना, मैंने कसम खाई है भगवान के सामने कि जब तक मेरे पास जेट प्लेन नहीं होता मैं सेक्स बुक्स नहीं करूँगी भाई. मुझे नहीं करना. मैं कसम खा ली भगवान के सामने, अब मैं क्या करूँ.
This is a very strange person, this Uorfi Javed. She's forsworn love, she's forsworn sex. All she wants is fame.
And money.
And money. And so my dilemma is that when I've spent the last hour talking to you, and I find this very hard to believe because she comes across as such a self-aware, such a smart, clever, kind person.
Kind, I don't know, but of course I'm self-aware. I know when I go out wearing what I wear, people mock me, people are making fun of me. I know they don't like me, but I want that. That is what's getting me more views. सी अगर कोई इंसान आपके बारे में अच्छा बात करेगा ना, मैंने आपसे बोला अरे ये लड़की बड़ी अच्छी थी यार, इतने में ख़त्म. पर अगर मैं बुराई करूँगी तो मैं 10 लोगों से करूँगी और वो 10 लोग और लोगों से करेंगे. तो मैंने ये वाला सिस्टम लगाया.
And you don't care whether people like you, whether they think
Why
well of
is it
you.
so important to be liked? I don't understand. जो लोग मुझे जो जानते ही नहीं है उनकी लाइकनेस का मैं क्या करूँ, अचार डालूँ, क्या फ़ायदा उनका. इससे अच्छा मेरे को पेटीएम कर दो 500 रुपये. मुझे वो चले. लाइक का क्या करना है यार. लाइक ओनली आई लाइक इंस्टाग्राम का लाइक. इंस्टाग्राम पे लाइक छोड़ दो, वही चाहिए. ये रियल लाइफ वाला लाइक पाइक. लाइक तो लोग अपने बच्चों को नहीं करते, लाइक तो लोग अपनी सास को नहीं करते हैं, लाइक आसपास के लोगों को नहीं करते हैं. मैं क्या करूं किसी का लाइक लेके.
Okay, so let me ask you something else. Lots of kids now and lots of adults now worry about their kids living virtual lives. They don't have any real experience of anything. They're only living on the screen. Their lives are about likes. So do you think you're representative of that kind of world that we're living in? Or are you like this unique person who's come up with this way of working?
I am not trying to represent anything, honestly. I am being myself, as in I'm telling you, मुझे fame चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए, so I'm being myself. And I'm not responsible for what your kids are following. They're your kids. Don't tell me, मेरे कंधों पे मत लाओ responsibility, bro. तुमने पैदा किया, तुम संभालो.
Okay, so let's talk about the ideas. I was talking to your colleagues, I mean, people who are part of your team, I think, and friends, and they were saying that you are very much the idea person at the center of the team, and, you know, kind of you work together to execute the thing. Where do these ideas come from? Where does something like a Candy Floss dress come from? What drives those kinds of ideas?
Drive, as in I was just trying to do something which was not done before, and then most of my ideas are, of course, inspiration from a lot of designers that I see, a lot of, and then every day you're working in that direction. अपने आप ideas आते हैं ना. You're like, अच्छा ये book भी अच्छी publish कर देते हैं, या ये करते हैं, या कुछ. Now you're doing this thing, इतना बड़ा कुछ अपना कर रहे हो, जो भी stadium लेके, sorry auditorium लेके. So मतलब आ जाते हैं ideas. So when you're working in that direction, मैंने ये एक इंटरव्यू में बोला था, जब आप सोच के साथ चलोगे कि मुझे 10 रुपए कहीं मिल जाए पड़े हुए, तो शायद किसी दिन मिल भी जाएंगे. और अगर वो सोच नहीं है आपकी, आपको 10 रुपए वो नहीं चाहिए सिक्का, तो 1000 रुपए भी पड़े, आप नहीं ध्यान दोगे. तो सोच की बात होती है, डायरेक्शन, सोच.
Another direction altogether. You left home very young, you said. You came to Mumbai. What was that Mumbai you saw then? Like, what are your first impressions of living in this city, of what the city meant, and then how different is it now? What do you see of it now?
It's still the same for me, honestly. Matlab, I was very happy when I came to Bombay. It was the city of my dreams, and you won't believe, the moment I landed, I knew this was my house. Matlab, home. As in, I never fit in Lucknow. I knew that was not the place for me. I love Bombay. I mean, I like the vibe. Though I don't even get out of my house, but I still like the vibe of this place. Mumbai is a chill city, very chill. And people here are like, they don't give a fuck. That's what I love the most. सामने वाले का fuck नहीं दे रहा है. किसी को किसी का fuck देना नहीं, किसी को किसी का fuck लेना नहीं. I love that. No one cares you're living or dying, and I love that.
So no more going back home, no Lucknow.
This is
no
my
nothing.
house. Where will I go from here?
Okay. Tell us about what you're working on now in terms of, you said you were looking at possibly other projects. We have to talk about something else that is soon going to come up, the podcast.
Oh yeah, matlab, I think I am coming up with a podcast.
Yes.
So
you
like
are.
yeah, I just want to have like, I think, conversations with people. Like I want to start my own podcast where I like talk to people, but like not like a deep podcast, like cool podcast. We're chilling, man. We're like
So
chilling.
So that's why Uorfi is actually here as part of this,
Yeah.
among other things, because she's going to have a podcast of her own, which IVM is going to be working with her on, and it's going to be called the Uorfi Javed podcast.
We're
And-
working on the name. Uorfi Javed podcast is too mainstream. Like, Uorfi
Okay,
Javed.
you'll come up with a name,
Yeah.
and then you don't know yet what it's going to be about.
No, it's going to. That's what I don't. Podcast के end तक भी मुझे पता नहीं होना चाहिए what it's going to be about. I just want to have like a conversation and see where it flows. We can have a drink, man. We can share a glass of
Conversation with
wine.
whom? With
अब जो भी हाँ करते आने को.
Okay, line up, guys, if you want to be on the podcast.
I want anyone who has like a story or मतलब invite तो हमने नौरा और अभिषेक बच्चन को ही भेजा है, देखते हैं हाँ करते हैं कि नहीं. So but I want like just chill with people, have a conversation, enjoy. वो beer biceps वाला podcast नहीं है. It's like he's too deep. He's a nice guy though. I really like him. I don't know how many of you have seen like untriggered podcasts. Like these cool guys, like bunch of fucking cool guys. They have this podcast. I recently went there. So like I'm like really inspired by them.
We thought that we might take some questions from the audience, maybe like 10 minutes before we go back to closing with Uorfi. So is there a mic that might do the rounds? Will you get up if you have a question so we can see you?
They're scared. इससे क्या पूछे? Everyone's so scared. I can see it.
No questions at all. That's surprising. Cyrus has a question. Yeah, please. I don't know if there's a mic, but I'm sure you can be heard.
Just a quick question from the two of you. What's the last book you read?
No, I read books, guys. Don't laugh. इस पे बहन जो हंसने की क्या बात है? कौन हंसा ये? उसने पूछा बुक कौन सी हंसने लगी? अरे ये क्या बात है? I read, man. I read. So the last book I just started Elif Shafak. Rumi वाली तो पढ़ ली थी मैंने. I don't even read that Rumi one. 40 Rules of Love. Yeah,
40
so I
Rules
just,
of Love.
yeah, that was like really cool book, man. First time I heard about like Rumi, I'm not even kidding. And then I'm like more like, I like that book so much that I got like 6 Elif Shafak books. And abhi I forgot the name, I'm so bad at it. Okay, there's this girl, 11 minutes I think it's, the last 11 minutes she's dying, and she like writes about the last 11 minutes of her life. Like what all she's thinking, her childhood. In those 11 minutes, she has like a recap of her entire life. And that's the book all about. Amazing.
That's Paulo Coelho, by the way.
No. Even Elif
there
Shafak
is
has
a-
written, no. Paulo Coelho has this
Has-
book, 11
yeah.
minutes, it's about sex. And I'm talking about death, man. Like, whoa. I've read that also. यार नाम वाम याद नहीं रहते हैं, but I've read. I read, man.
What about you, Karthika?
Oh, you know, I'm a publisher, right? So all I do is read manuscripts. So when you will get to see the book and read the book, which I've just finished reading, but it's not yet out. So, anybody else with a question? Yeah.
Hi, Uorfi. One, like you were saying that you want fame and money. So once you have fame and money, what would you do next?
But how much is enough? How do I know I have fame and money? How? What is the measure? Measuring, I don't have that measuring tool
How
with
much
me.
is too much for you?
How much is too much for you?
500 crores maybe?
Are you sure? एक बार 500 करोड़ आ जाए, you'll be happy?
I think I
मान
would
लिया
be.
जेल चला गया इस चक्कर में. नहीं होता है ना babe, नहीं होता है. Because then you have 500 crore ऐसे कोई कैश थोड़ी पकड़ा के चला जाएगा. मतलब it's you पैसा बनाने से ही आता है. So I'll start investing here and there. And also more than money, it's about, your life is about making money. एक बार वो नशा चढ़ जाता है ना, तो फिर चढ़ जाता है.
Yeah, the mic needs to reach.
Karthika,
Yeah.
if you were to publish a book about Uorfi, what would you call it? What would the title be?
She's actually a gem of a girl.
जेम ऑफ अ गर्ल, ये कैसा ना होगा? मैं नहीं खरीद रही ये बुक, जेम ऑफ अ गर्ल। ये कोई थॉट ही नहीं था, जेम ऑफ अ गर्ल। You publish books, man, and this was your first fucking answer.
अच्छा उर्फी, you give the title, चल.
यार मैं टाइटल दूंगी तो वो तो फिर कहीं पॉन वाले सेक्शन में चली जाएगी, A+ अडल्ट वाला हो जाएगा. मैं तो लायक ही नहीं हूँ टाइटल देने के. बट I would not write a book about myself. I wouldn't want a book about me actually. I'm not the right person actually.
I did ask Uorfi whether there was a book to be done in her, and she said that she really has nothing to say. She doesn't think she's a great role model.
No, I'm not a role
She says
model.
she's pretty fucked up, so there's nothing much to be said about her. So this is the way she responded.
I am a very fucked up person. I'm not at all. I'm most of the time, some days I'm like fucking depressed, and the other days I'm a mess. I don't want girls to look at me like an example, or even young people. Like, just live your life, be yourself, man. Don't be like me. If my book would be 1 page, 1 sentence. Don't be like me. Finish, done. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you have a question?
I have a question. So, as you just mentioned,
अरे आवाज कहाँ से आ रही?
so as you just mentioned that
मुझे
you
कोई नहीं
don't
दिख रहा है, कोई-
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
yeah. So you said that you don't want young girls to look at you or see you as a role model. But I think that the fact that you said that you live your life just the way you want to without any looking at what others are saying or thinking of what others are thinking of you. So what's your secret to living that way without caring and being bogged down by other people's opinions? Because people are always going to have something to say.
सीक्रेट से ज़्यादा मेरा मोटिवेशन पैसा है, फेम है. I am getting money, I am getting fame from what I'm doing. So why will I listen to anyone else? Why on earth will I listen to anyone else? So there's no secret, just the motivation.
उर्फी, वी लाइक यू वेरी मच. आपका जब भी वीडियोस आता है इंस्टाग्राम पे, सो बहुत सारे कमेंट्स ऐसे आते
खड़े
हैं
होने
कि
की जरूरत नहीं थी, चिल मैन.
बहुत सारे कमेंट्स ऐसे आते हैं जो बैड रहते हैं, जो अच्छे भी रहते हैं. तो मैंने आपका इंटरव्यूज बहुत देखा है जिसमें बहुत लोगों को पता नहीं कि आप कैसे हो अंदर से. मतलब जो दिखता है वो लोग उसके बारे में बात करते हैं. सो आई जस्ट वांट टू से दैट वी लव हाउ द वे यू आर, हाउ करेजियस यू आर.
That's so sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
I have a question. In today's day and age, most celebrities are very wary of the cancel culture. Whom they associate with, what, brands they follow, what they do not. So, how does something like that affect a celebrity like you, that your fame and status can change in, the blink of an eye?
या मैंने तो बदनाम होकर ही नाम कमाया है, तो अब बदनामी का क्या डर. तो आई थिंक आई एम अनकैंसिलेबल नो. क्या ही है, अभी क्या कैंसिल करोगे? मतलब किस चीज़ से? मूवी कोई मुझे ऐसे दे नहीं रहा है, वेब सीरीज ही मेरे को मिल नहीं रही है, तो अभी कहाँ से कैंसिल करोगे भाई? क्या मेरे घर से निकाल दोगे मुझे? हाउ विल यू कैंसिल मी? I went to this untriggered podcast, as I said. These guys were like, you know what, Uorfi, you're uncancelable. कभी क्या, जब काम है ही नहीं तो क्या काम छीनोगे? काम नहीं है तो काम क्या छीनोगे? Oh, uncancelable. Yeah, तुम लोग खरीदोगे तो मैं बेच दूंगी 1000 रुपए में एक पेज के.
Hi, Uorfi.
Yeah.
Hi, Uorfi.
Hi.
I wanted to ask you, so far, I'm sure the journey has been difficult, and money and fame both, as you progress, don't you feel lonely? And isn't it very lonely at the top? Like, even once you get there, don't you ever fear loneliness in the long term?
मैं ऐसे पैसा बिछा लेती हूँ, एक इंसान बना लेती हूँ अपने पैसे का, और ऐसे हक करके सो जाती हूँ. बड़ी मजा आती है, बिल्कुल लोनली नहीं लगता है. I don't believe it's lonely at the top. Like, it's just something which people at the bottom say. Don't trust them. Bottom पे भी lonely है यार, लेकिन at least if you have money, you have financial security, you can तुम अपना जाके करो, बहामास में हॉलीडे, इधर हॉलीडे, उधर हॉलीडे, खरीद लो फ्रेंड्स, क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है. I think it's very important to have financial independence. Very, very important, especially for a girl. लोनली बाकी तो भी कौन सा यहाँ पे जितने मैरिड है वो लोनली नहीं है, आपस में वो भी बहुत लोनली है. पूछ लो किसी भी मैरिड को उठा के यहाँ पे, Are you married? Are you married? No? Do you have a boyfriend? Are you lonely? Okay, then it's okay.
Urfi, so you said that you're good at faking. So when you are talking like this, you are being a badass right now. So are you sure that is it real or is it just a part of faking?
You tell me.
I don't know, like maybe it could be 50-50.
बस वही आंसर है मेरा. You'll never know.
So is it 50-50?
तुम्हें क्यों बताऊँ मैं? तुम्हें क्यों बताऊँ मैं?
Because you are here to answer no, so that's why.
अरे तो अभी तुम पूछो कि तुम्हारा वो सिक्योरिटी नंबर क्या है, अकाउंट डिटेल्स क्या है, पासवर्ड तो दे दूंगी. कैसी बातें कर रही हो तुम?
No, because it's like it's
पेटीएम का वो बता दो पासवर्ड कि नहीं बताऊंगी यार. Okay, I'm just kidding, chill man. But the point is, that's the point, no? Fake करने का यही तो point है. You guys will never know. You'll never know, girl.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
I'm good. I think I don't have a question as such. I just think you're fucking amazing.
Thanks.
I have read the article by Aishwarya Subramaniam, and I think the title of your book should be The Audacity of Uorfi Javed.
Yeah.
I think that life has made you the way you are. Like, I know you've been through a lot, and I really admire you for getting back up and doing your thing and not giving two fucks about people. So, yeah, I think I just admire you. That's all I wanted
That's
to say.
so sweet. Thank you. That's very sweet.
Do you have that happening a lot? Do people come up to you and say, or
Girls.
yeah?
Only girls till date. आज तक एक आदमी नहीं है मेरे पास. No.
And is it always a young person?
कभी कभी आंटीज भी आ जाती हैं. अंकल तो सारे ठरकी वाले ही आते हैं. अंकल जितने आते हैं सब ठरकी.
You said something about not being a role model. I'm recording this moment right now, and at least for me, you're a very big role model. And maybe I might have, honestly speaking, I might have been part of those comments. At least like or double tap one of them, but I never got to see this side of you. And I'm really grateful that I'm having this moment right now. So I'm
Thank you, but I really hope that one day you look in the mirror and you're like, I am my role model. You know, because I will make mistakes in life, man. Someday, right now I'm your role model. Someday when I say something wrong, people will just get at me. You'll be like, isko cancel karo, as we were talking about cancel culture. So I don't want to have that kind of a pressure. And for you also. तब ठीक है, तब चलो, तो 500 रुपये पेटीएम कर देना मुझे. चलेगा.
But who were your role models when you were growing up? Did you have any?
No.
Never.
नहीं यार, I was honestly looking for role models and I didn't know, man. Like, I mean, role model, I admired actresses for the way they were, but not as role models. The definition that I have now for role models, I don't think so anyone fit in when I was a young child. No.
Okay. This is, I mean, this person is very difficult to sometimes have a conversation with, because a lot of the time you can see she's tossing this back at you, but perhaps I think you don't want to give in or give up a lot of what you actually have in your mind. That's the sense I
Give
get.
up, as in?
You don't like, you told me the other time that you really don't see why you should tell people a lot of things, right? It's your
Sorry?
private stuff.
You?
Why should you tell people what you're actually all about? So having a conversation with you, am I having a conversation with a real person?
As I told her, you will never know.
Yeah.
And also, I also don't know. You also don't know. Were you the same person 5 years back? Or even 1 year back? We all keep changing. We all keep evolving, except my name and my age.
But
I
you
cannot
changed
tell
your-
you who I am. Never. These are the only two things I know for sure. Other than that, I do not. No one knows who they are. We all keep changing every day.
You changed your name.
I fucking changed my name also.
Tell us about that. Why did you change your name?
a numerologist told me. So my name, like URFI, it didn't add up to my date of birth. So now adding O made them like whatever he said, something.
Okay, there is someone with the last question. That's
Hi, Uorfi.
Hi.
So basically, this is not a question, but I just wanted to understand your psychology on this. So there's one white area, gray area, and black area, all right? So it's like positive, negative, and gray zone. So the people sitting here are all in the gray zone, being neutral, talking good things in front of your face, and behind it can be anything. The white area is of the people who just want to talk about positive aspect despite a lot of things happen in the back end, but they don't want to show it off. You are a person or the torchbearer who talks about things which is breaking the stereotype. This is what we all know, and that is why we are sitting here. So do you think after a point of time it becomes a sense of responsibility for you, for all these women sitting out here listening to you? They want more from your end. And do you think after a couple of years we see some different side of Uorfi? I just wanted to know, that's it.
मैं एक किस्सा बताती हूँ, थोड़े टाइम पहले की ही बात है. मैं ना सड़क पे एक आदमी को देखा था, अपनी बीवी को मार रहा था. मैं अपनी कारवार रुकवाई. मैं कहा क्या हो रहा है यार, हेल्प करते हैं. मैं गई हेल्प करने. जब मैंने आदमी को रोका, मैं कहा क्या कर रहे हो, ये क्या बदतमीजी है, मारूँ यहीं पे तुम्हें. वो औरत आती है मेरे पास, बोलती है कि ए मेरा पति है, मेरे को मारे पीटे जो करे, तेरे को क्या. मैं कहा तू मर बहन चो, तू मर. Then I realized you can only help someone who wants to help themselves. So I am trying to be myself. In that process, if it inspires women, well and good. मैंने ठेका नहीं ले रखा है लेकिन. Because these women, once they stand up for themselves, then only they can help themselves. कोई और चाहे जितना कर ले, मैं थाली पे भी परोस दूंगी ना, नहीं मतलब है अगर वो खुद ही नहीं वो खाना चाहेंगे. So that's how it is.
Oh, we got the answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you want to say something last.
I mean, podcast देख लेना सब लोग. Yeah, man. Like when I come up with it, just watch, man. It'll be like a cool podcast, like cool conversations.
Okay. Cool conversations, cool person. Thank you very much, audience. And
Thank you guys. Thank you.
and I think we'll let Uorfi now take off her neck brace and go home in peace.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
IVM